To squeeze or not to squeeze? That is the question. Today we're going to be looking at what you do with your butt when you do a backward bend. There are a lot of teachers out there that say, no, don't squeeze the glute muscles. It's wrong. It's bad for the body. But the reality of that is, in order for the hip flexors to be invited to open, for them to soften and release in order to create a back bend, these bad boys need to be active. Those two parts of the body, they work reciprocally together. So hip flexor, in order for that to release and let go, glute has to be on. This activity supports this release. Strength creates length. So the glute muscles need to be on in your backward bends that are dynamic, active backward bends. However, we're missing one big component to that. What we need to do is to add an energy of the thighs drawing towards each other, and in some instances we can think of a slight internal rotation. Because when we only squeeze the glutes, this concentrates too much energy and compression into the lower back, and then we have a tendency to sag because only squeezing the glutes externally rotates the legs. So if you squeeze and you don't draw the inner thighs together at the same time, then you'll get this collapsing into the lower back. So we squeeze the glutes, and then to prevent that external rotation from happening, which concentrates too much compression into the lower back, we also slightly internally rotate the thighs, or imagine that we're trying to squeeze something between the legs. But every single dynamic spinal extension or a backward bend is going to need some degree of glute activation coupled with that drawing in internal rotation in the body. This is a really great thing to do if you put something between the inner thighs, because it gives a feedback loop and you can feel the squeeze, and at the same time glutes are active. So try that next time that you're doing a backward bend, particularly in your standing backward bend. This is one of the best ways that you can approach, and one of the most harmonious and functional ways that you can approach your backward bends in your yoga practice.